Hey everybody, it is time for us to bid farewell to Ireland.
I hate to say goodbye, but
we have a little bit of time before we have to get over to the airport, so we thought we'd answer a couple questions.
he thought we'd answer a few questions.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay in bed, but
Yeah,
anyway.
of course he did. But hey, you can sleep all you want after we're done with these questions.
I will.
Okay, so first comment came from Bonnie McCormack, and she is on you about the fact that you had used the word, highbrow to describe your thing, and she said that you had the perfect chance to use the word bougie, remember?
Oh yeah, that's a new word for me. Give me a break. I will try and fit bougie in the next, I don't know, a next video that he's going to put me in.
Well, you missed your opportunity, she says. Dara Strout says, absolutely love the wallpaper in the room. Did you recently apply it, and where did you purchase it? And that was in the sitting room.
In the sitting room, yeah. Our bougie wallpaper was purchased by a company called Bradbury and Bradbury.
Yeah, they're out of California, but they do things in the old style.
Yeah,
so
they hand
printed.
Everything is hand printed. It's very nice. It's expensive, but it's really nice.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of in that kind of
the
old style.
The granny sitting room style is what I call it. No, it's beautiful wallpaper. Bradbury and Bradbury, look it up. It's great.
Disney Lover wrote, your cottage is so homey, your furniture go with it perfectly. I'd be glad to see the outside when you go back, and the chair story was so funny. Thank you for sharing.
Well, you're welcome. What chair story are we talking about?
You had to replace someone's chair.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was thinking of my chairs at the house. Yeah. Sorry about that. It's when you get to a certain age, you start to slip a bit, and I must be slipping on that one. Yeah, but that's the truth. Yeah.
Peggy Ann wrote, oh, your cottage is so cozy and has such interesting objects and character. Liam, my sister is named Lorene, and also can be spelled Lorene. She's named after a great aunt. We sometimes call her Reenie. Was your Aunt Reenie a Lorene? No,
she was her full name. I love this. Her full name was Honora Angelica Marie Cecilia Hughes. That was her full name. And the Honora can be often, you'll hear people named Honora, they'll be called Nora or Reen.
So Noreen.
Reenie.
Yeah, Reenie.
Noreen.
And Janine Whitmer wrote, love these videos, love a lived-in house. I think that's a nice way to describe it.
Yeah, thank you. That's a nice compliment. And like I said, the big room, we call it the Walnut Room, that's all about brand new build, but people are always amazed. They thought it has been there for years, but it's actually a brand new build.
I think when people ask like, oh, what's your decorating style? Our decorating style really is like a family has lived there for several generations, and it's just very eclectic, and layers and layers.
Yeah. Well, I love the decorative arts, and I think that time period is what's missing today. I'm definitely not a minimalist. I'm a maximalist. Because I like visual textures and things to see, to touch, to look at, and ask questions about. So,
yeah, he loves to have a story with everything.
I do.
Eats it up like cereal.
Lots of stories.
Teresa Berg wrote, you two are hilarious. Liam's trophy, pet pheasant, and all the stories behind them. And then there's Corey's garden. I agree with Liam about craftsmanship, making things well and to last, and not being so disposable with belongings. I love seeing how people restore and repurpose things and give them a new life.
Yeah, that's something I love. I absolutely love restoration and repurposing. There's just so much stuff that can be reused.
And you have become like a student of what we call YouTube University. You spend so much time on YouTube researching how to restore things, how to get things done. I think that's really changed your mindset as to what you're able to do.
Yeah, because, it's just opened up to the fact that I see something that a lot of people might see as garbage. I suppose it started with the jewelry that we do, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Broken plates, to most people, are garbage, and to me, I saw it and I said, jewelry, that would make beautiful jewelry. And so I suppose that's where it started.
And Liam also has this attitude of, I can try it. It's in bad shape. How much damage can I do?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Claudette St. Pierre wrote, I love your channel, and you guys are so fun to watch. The banter between you guys is cute. My husband is from Michigan and went to college at Northern in the Upper Peninsula. Oh. He is doing a bicycle ride this summer for 10 days called the Tour de Yooper.
Oh, Tour de Yooper. I never heard of it.
That's probably going to be a beautiful bike ride.
Yeah, and he went to Northern.
Yeah, I'm a graduate.
He graduated Northern. And
Northern Michigan University.
I went to school in California, but I did go back to Northern for some classes. So, yeah.
Yeah. And so a bike trip around the UP in the summer.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it?
That'd be nice.
I mean, the UP is gorgeous, especially in the summer. If you're into winter sports, it's the place to be, but I'm not, so...
Summer's good, too.
Yeah, summer's beautiful.
Fitzfarm Leash writes, hi, Silver Mines from the Schlieve Blooms. Looking forward to your summer gardening videos. You should visit Solace Garden Center in Leash. You guys will love it. I bet we will. And I haven't been there, so...
No, thanks for giving us that tip. We will definitely go there.
Yeah, and County Leash is not that far from us, so we can pop over there some point. I would love to see it. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
And hello, well, I guess we're in Dublin now, but we'd be waving from Silver Mines over to Schlieb Bloom. These are two ranges or higher elevation areas in our kind of central Ireland.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nicole Tolbin wrote, "You two are delightful. Love all your content. I came for the plants and stayed for the banter." Laugh out loud. Thank you very much, because that's been kind of a concern of mine. I'm like, Liam, we're getting off of flower stuff, but this is what we're doing with our life right now. And I thought...
It's kind of combining the two things, the gardening, the love of gardening, his love of gardening, and my love of...
Bulbs.
Bulbs.
And old things.
And old things and old ratty things that I can repair and fix.
There's a comment coming up about you and your bulbs, so I think you'll appreciate it. Jana wrote...
Did she say I was bulbous? Or did she say, okay, go ahead.
Jana wrote, "I have been meaning to ask, have you ever watched John Lord's Secret Garden? He is in Ireland at a greenhouse. I have no idea where, but it is near an airport." I have not.
No.
Need to check that out.
No, we will.
So we'll be on that when we get home.
He will.
Yeah, I bet you'll...
I'm on the search for the antique stores. Does anybody have any good antique malls or any junk shops or anything like that? That's my shtick.
It is. Flower Tower USA writes, "Wow, kudos to you guys. I was born in Tipperary, a few fields away in Carrick-on-Shire."
Carrick-on-Shire.
Yeah, I have a cousin who lived there for years.
Yeah.
You should start a tour guide business. Ireland has so many amazing gardens. I miss the summers, and it's easy to grow anything. Tuberous begonias can be spectacular. Petunias, stunning. Laugh out loud. Now I can see where you get your inspiration for your hanging baskets and containers. Cheers. And funny you should mention tour business, because we did have an Irish travel podcast and blog, and we definitely have helped thousands of people plan their trips, and we have taken people on tours.
Yeah, we have done touring people around.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of the itinerary planning that we did helped pay for the construction and the renovations on the cottage. So really a majority of that.
Yeah, good suggestion, and thank you, but we've been doing it.
Yeah. Michael Gray wrote, "How much time do you spend in Ireland annually?"
It's on average between 5 and 6 months a year, on and off. I mean, we're here for 2 months, we're back for so long.
So we kind of keep ourselves kind of back and forth, because we do have a lot going on back in the States. We have a lot going on here. We before COVID, we were here on a really regular schedule. Since then, we've been our whole life has changed.
Yeah, with my mother's illness and stuff, there's been some changes. But but on average, that'd be it, I'd say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Leah wrote, "Will you move to Ireland permanently when you retire?"
Do you know what, that question gets asked to me a lot, and I absolutely love living in both worlds. I love being in the country, up in Tipperary, up in the mountains. I mean, you walk out the door and it just hits you, the beauty, the smell, it's just a great place to be. And then I also like a little bit of the city. I like some of the, I love Chicago. We have a lot of friends in Milwaukee, so it's very funny that I should say, after a certain amount of time, you're itching to get back to Ireland, and then other times you're saying, "Oh God, I'd really like a salad and not ham," because we eat a lot of ham here.
Yeah, and for me, I would be a little bit more of a rural child, and so I love both as well. I think we are just celebrating our ability to be able to go back and forth.
Yeah, we have the best of both worlds, really.
And someone had mentioned in an email, they said, like, "How in the world did you make this cottage happen?" And it has been a long process. We only do what we can over here, what we can afford.
Yeah, I was a much younger man, and he was a very young person.
Not that young.
Not that young. Oh, Jesus, no, not that young.
So I guess we're just people who follow our dreams. And so no matter what, we just push through, make things happen. And
I'm a big proponent of following your dreams. Just go out and do it. And if you fail, you fail. Just get back on and go and do it again. And yeah, it was a very gradual thing that happened. But like anything, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just make it happen. And you don't sit at home. And
you have to just ask yourself, like, what's the worst that could happen? And if, having to go move in with friends for 6 months until you get back on your feet is what happens. I mean, that's worst case scenario. So far, we haven't had to fall into that trap.
No, but we've had, we always call it, we actually joke about it. We call it the agony and the ecstasy, because when it's good, it's the best. And when it's bad, you're going, how am I ever going to get out of this? Whatever that might be.
Yeah. So you just need to be positive.
Yeah, be positive, push through.
And very diligent and focused on what you're doing, and you can do anything. I promise.
Absolutely.
It's Only Sound writes, We call gorse winds up north. My aunt used to miss them so much when she moved to Chicago that every time she came home for a visit, she would stop the car along the road and take pictures of the gorse hedges. So we talked about gorse or firs, and winds apparently is another word.
Oh, I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. Pat Thomas wrote, Liam, because of you, I planted 104 bulbs in pots to start in the house. Looking forward to seeing the bulbs in your yard in Michigan. And then Corey, just dig a hole and plant them. I loved that comment of Liam's as well.
It's simple. He labored. Where should I put it? I said, just dig a hole and put it in. But then he put my 2 trees in too close, and they're big. But that'll be.
Remember, that's just temporary until they get big enough. If I planted them out in the grassy area right now, I think they would get overwhelmed and it would be a problem.
Well, you're the professional, not me. So.
Plus, from there, you can keep an eye on them.
Send me a picture of your bulbs, your 104 bulbs.
When they're blooming,
when they're blooming,
better.
Right now, no.
We know what they look like.
I have no interest in looking at them right now.
Rhonda Schenk wrote, what a beautiful home. I think we need to have a garden retreat there, right, Corey? And we would invite Liam too, due to his bulb fetish.
I think he should plan a garden retreat.
I do kind of dream about, like, what would it be like to take a group around looking at gardens in Ireland?
We've taken people to many. I mean, there's beautiful gardens here, and we've taken people that are really want to see gardens. We take him to see gardens, but
there's some fantastic gardens in Ireland.
Yeah, well, you talk to him about the retreat. He'd be in charge of that.
Won't be happening this year.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Don't plan this year. Look in the future.
We're a little booked up right now. Kristen Stevens writes, your home is stunning, absolutely stunning. Also, we need to find Liam a bulb planting trophy.
Thank you.
I think you already gave yourself a bulb planting trophy.
No, I just gave my trophies for others of my specialities.
We'll have to see if we can come up with a bulb planting trophy for Liam, because I think you would probably display it proudly.
Please send pictures of your bulb planting trophy that you're going to give Corey to give to me. And it can be a repurposed trophy. It's fine.
Well, Liam, I think that's kind of caught up on all the questions. Is there anything that we need to cover? Anything you're thinking about? Anything on your mind?
To lay down and get some more sleep before we get on that plane.
It is funny, like as soon as we closed the gate and got on the road, it's like the stress level just kind of went down because
there's a
last couple of days.
There's a high stress level before you maybe a week before you leave, but a couple of days before you leave, because there's just a lot to think about, a lot to see, people to see, things to do, get the house closed up, check all the doors 25 times because that's my little OCD thing. Be sure the sockets are switched off, the lights are turned on that are supposed to be on, and that's just the general stress of...
Yeah, that does remind me, we have had some people ask about, like, hey, what happens with the cottage when you're gone? So we do have people watching it. We've had some people stay there as well when we're not there, some remote workers and things like that. Yeah. And then also we do have cameras and a security system. And then, but the people who are watching it are driving by every day
there's
and
people,
checking in quite regularly as well. So,
and we will at some point do some self-catering. There's 2 kitchens, and we will be considering renting part of the house for different groups. Yeah. But that hasn't happened now, but it's definitely in the next year or 2.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys, from the United States.
On the other side.
Liam will get his all-American accent back.
I might, I don't know.